welcome back. So the plan is to up the punch in this. I remembered I took the punch, I think, all the way down when I first set this up. Black is that way. I'm surprised I got that plugged in. I am going to need the right connector. So let me grab a battery. Oh, that scared me. Okay, running mode is number 1. Motor rotation number 2. Cutoff voltage says high. We're gonna edit that. Cutoff voltage. We're gonna switch that to low. That could have been why it was cutting off when I was going full trigger on the speed runs. BDC voltage, 6 volt, that's plenty. Max brake, 100%, that should be fine. I can adjust it on the controller. Max reverse, 25%. That should be fine so I don't spin out. Punch level. 4, 5. So there's 5, and it was on 3. Select. Oh, I didn't save it. Timing 0. Low. 100%. 25%. Punch level 5. Hit save. 0 degrees of timing should be fine. That's it. I think we're good there. Now what I'm going to do is get over the Vorteks, and we're going to do the same to the Vorteks because it doesn't have enough punch. Not out of the box anyway. Alright, got that in there. Alright, got that programmed up. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab the Vorteks. Alright. So let's get that off. This has got to get turned around. I got max amp battery here. That's the connector I was looking for. So here's the little fan deal. Much easier to get to this one. Connecting, software, battery mode. It says LiPo, punch level. So there's 5 to this. We're going to up it. Select. Brake. Motor rotation's fine. Restore defaults. So there's not many settings in here. So brake. That's it. So it doesn't have much to it, which is good. Not much tuning with that one. So that should really wake this thing up. I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep going one off. So I'm gonna have her get this thing out today, do a little bit of running with it. Maybe we can film it. Another day, gardeners are back again. So I'm gonna pause the video here until the gardeners leave. All right. So we had a package show up. I'm missing a lot of packages. I've got a lot of stuff ordered that just aren't coming. A lot of them for traxxas. So here are the traxxas are right and left. 7830A and 7831 white. I wanted orange. Orange is not available. They only had one side, not the other. So doesn't matter. These will work. I do have one front arm that's cracked, so figured get another set. And white seems to be the closest things that would match with my orange and white X-Max. So some X-Max arms. We'll be right back. All right, so another package finally showed up. This is going to be a long spread out video, just because it's been filmed over several days with what I have going on between doctor's visits and everything else, and I'm still waiting on parts, guys. Parts I've ordered months ago, and this RC right here, my M2c 8S Kraton, my monster Kraton is what I call it, because it was one of the first ones that I threw a Coke can motor in and really wanted to do an all-out duper bash style basher, because like everybody out there, we watch, you know, these top guys out there that are sending, you know, 5th scales off mountains and 8 scales and 7 scales off mountains and crashing and not breaking, seeing clip after clip after clip. And we truly believe that the parts that are on it are what they say they are. So I wanted to build the ultimate Kraton 8S, and I'm not there yet, because this thing is so darn heavy that I can't keep control arms on it. You know, I'm not having diff issues. I'm not having drivetrain issues. I'm not having overheating issues. I'm having, you know, shock issues. I'm having control arm issues. Even my Outcast being just, you know, a little over 2 inches shorter, it seems to hold up better than my Monster Kraton. Now, the Monster Kraton is an animal, and that was the whole reason I threw a Coke can motor into the stock Outcast chassis. So with all that said, we all know that we're having parts issues. The supply and demand is just off the chain right now. And we're all out there breaking parts. It's going to happen. If you bash hard and you bash the way, none of us are great, great drivers. There's some out there that over the years have developed a skill, and there is a skill to it, because if you can go a bash day without crashing real hard and not braking too much, then that was a successful outing. Me sending things off Big Bertha and landing, I would bring a bunch of RCs because I knew I was going to break one or two. And once you get warmed up, you have it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable to send an RC like this flying through the sky, where you have what I call wheel speed, throttle control, where you can, hit the trigger and bring the front end up if it's nose diving, turn the wheel to the left in the air and bring the left front up and hit the trigger. Turn it to the right. If your right is dipping down, you're dipping down, you turn your wheel to the right and you hit the trigger. That momentum from the wheels are going to bring it up, and then to get off the trigger before you hit the ground, so that you're not twisting drive shafts and diff cups and all that other stuff out of it. So there's a lot behind, controlling one of these in the air. So, but with all that said, you guys saw I keep breaking wings. I can't keep a wing on. You can see I plastic welded the heck out of it. This lasted one day. I bought this, put this on there, and I think the 4th or 5th jump, I broke the wing on half of it. One side was still connected and one side wasn't. And I finished the bash day that way. Came home and I really globbed in some plastic on this thing. Between buying hardware and buying a mount and doing all that, and I didn't think nothing of it. I mean, I try to buy one extra part, but on a wing mount, I was like, it's a common thing. So, it's no big deal. I plastic welded it up, put it back on, went out, and it almost lasted the day, and then I snapped it again on a bad landing on the rear, on a bad tumble. So it's, with the weight of this RC, it's going to happen. It was breaking stock, and adding more weight to it, it's breaking even faster now. But I can't find it. Horizon said it would be, this month. It should have been in already. They're still not available. eBay, all the suppliers and stores that are on eBay, they don't have them. Amazon don't have them. My local hobby shops don't have them. I've been calling around and looking for a wing mount forever. So, with that said, this is what I found. And, I've always said supply and demand. There's people out there that realize this, and as long as they don't price gouge, which this guy didn't price gouge, it was definitely more. It's a takeoff part. It's somebody who, off eBay, who basically took off a wing. So this is a takeoff Kraton wing mount that he went ahead and, as you see, he packaged up. So I don't know if he bought a Kraton and broke a Kraton down. Like, you can find Kratons, but you got to buy the whole Kraton, then you got to break it down. So I was fortunate enough to, and they don't break it down like Arrma does. They don't take the wing mount off because they know they'll never sell a wing. I mean, the wings don't break. As you see, my wing's fine. It's scraped up, but the wing's fine. It's the wing mount that broke. So they're going to ask more money for it, leave the wing on it, and sell it as an assembly. Now, they don't give you the hardware, which is something you need. You probably got to buy that separate. But Jenny's RC started doing this, and now there's a lot of other people, a lot of other companies out there doing this. And this was one of 2 that I found up on the internet, on eBay. And I searched every day, and I paid a pretty penny for this thing. But I do have one now. We're going to get it back on. You can see how flexible it is. It's flexible, but when you get up into a little bit of age, look how hard that is already. And this ain't plastic that I welded on. I plastic welded down here. This is all factory plastic here where it's bending. It's already stiff. And this wing mount is probably 2 months old because I've been looking for 2 months for a wing mount. And you can see when they come, look how flexible this is. You know, I mean, so it just takes the right hit to where it either shear the screws off and then, you know, break one of these off. And most of the time it's just breaking 1 or 2 on one side, or even 3, and then the thing's flopping around. So, but we finally have one. I'm hoping not to break this one. I really wanted to get this RC out for a while now, but I won't run it without the wing. I put this whole rear of this thing in jeopardy if this wing's not here. I truly do. And I think this time, I'm not sure if I really been looking for the wheelie bar for this, because I feel the wheelie bar really helps support this. So I still got to get one of those. I don't think I got one. I might have one. I don't know if I have all the stuff for it though. I'll have to look. But we're gonna go ahead and get this wing mount off or on. You guys already saw the control arms I got. I'm still waiting on traxxas parts that I ordered. So I want to get this this installed. So we'll be right back. Let me grab some stuff. All right. So I've probably done way too much talking. I'm gonna have to get this battery out of here too. Hopefully these bolts aren't bent too bad since they are brand new. The uppers. Sorry guys, I gotta sit down. I'm still not 100% yet. But I love this hobby that much. It's definitely a hobby I love to do. This definitely is bent, but you're gonna get those on these big jobs. You're gonna get the bending. It's really a simple deal to put one of these on. And I don't over tighten these because you kind of want them loose. You start cranking them down, you're definitely going to shear them off. That is not going to go in there. So you will need a long bit. Knew I had one somewhere. Now there are nuts on the backside, and that's why you keep seeing my hand go over there. I'm just holding the poly-lock nut on the backside. So I won't throw the old wing mount away, because if I bust this one, I'm going to use pieces off the other one and I'll plastic weld it together just to try to get it to last a little longer. Until the wheelie bar shows up. That's just another thing I have on order. But even with the wheelie bar here, it's still all hanging off right here. So the only thing it allows is it to roll instead of dig in, which is going to save the wing. If it digs in at any point, you're going to break it anyway. But at least if we have wheels hanging off the back, if you're landing it and you can get some give to where it flips upside down or something like that, I believe it does help, and that's what's helping the Outcast from breaking all the time, because that's the only difference other than the size and the weight of why this one keeps breaking and I don't break my Outcast. nearly as much as I broke this. I don't even think I broke my outcast once yet. I just keep breaking this thing. So, but there we go. We went ahead and got the wing mount put back on this thing. And I've got this thing geared to the moon. I do have more gears in. So the next thing I want to do is I have the Castle fans on top of this Castle motor. I want to get some better fans put on this. As you saw, Game Changer sent out some pretty decent fans. So I want to get a bigger fan put onto this one. The Castle fans have been working fine. They're just not keeping it as cold as I'd like it to be, gearing the way I'm geared. I'm reverse geared so far right now that that I'm surprised that that it hasn't overheated. So, and I secure everything. This is the battery I have, the Game Changer sent out to me to run the fans, to run the fan that I have on top of this ESC. So I have his reusable zip tie, and then I'll just put 2 more zip ties to secure it. And then that's basically running this fan right here. A single fan that keeps my Mamba Monster X 8S from overheating, because this one broke a fan as well. Every one of my Mamba Monster X 8S ESCs have broke the factory fan. Bashing. Alright guys, that'll do it. I've almost got every one of the RCs put together. They're almost all done. I've just got a couple little things left. One X-Max I got to get put together, and a couple little things here and there. But for the most part, out of, I think I had 35 on the ground that were broken from all of last year that I wasn't able to get parts for, that I've got back up and running. So I'm down to, I think, 2, 3. So there we go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.